Let's start off with telling us a little bit about how you came to find Immunotech products. Were you looking for health products or a business opportunity? Tell us a little bit about how you came to find Immunotech.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. First of all, uh, one of our family members started setting Immunotech, and of course, but she shared it with the whole family. And as far as for myself and other family members, I know that we were hesitant at first. First, we didn't feel we felt well. We thought we didn't need something like this in our lives. Um, so after a year that she had contacted us and told us about the products, unfortunately, my husband started not feeling well. So he went to the doctor and we received some very scary news. He got a very scary diagnosis. So I informed the whole family, and of course, our family and friends started calling and asking what they can do. And so my cousin contacted me and asked me what was his full diagnosis and what was happening. So after I spoke to her and told her what was going on, she reminded me of the products and she started naming some of the products that would help him in his journey. I looked into it and I immediately told his specialist about it. At first, the specialist said that everything looked okay. He had no nothing against it, but he wasn't recommending anything else at that time. But if we chose to take it, that was fine, that was okay with him. So I contacted my cousin, I registered and I became a member. So I started purchasing the products. My husband started with the silver packet, the blue, the Omega, the K21, and the multi. And everything was all new to us. So as his treatments began, the doctors were noticing different changes, positive ones, right? Then more time came along and we were dealing with different situations, but his labs were coming out really good, which was a big positive because of the journey that he was traveling, trying to get well. After several treatments and stuff like that, what was supposed to be a negative journey was getting better as time went by. His blood works were amazing. That was all the doctors were very impressed. So all they would tell me is, you know what, just continue what you're doing, don't change anything. And I told them, okay. They did ask me again, what is it that you're giving him? So I gave him back the list and they're like, okay, interesting. Um, but if it's working, it's working. And so we continued. Something that they had told us at the beginning was that they weren't giving us too much options. And everything didn't look well. They had given us maybe approximately a year, and here we are 5 years later. And he is on the road to recovery, thanks to everything all the I have to thank the doctors, of course, and the treatment, but we know for a fact that these products made a big difference in his journey.
That's absolutely incredible. And of course, you guys know we're not naming diseases or anything like that, but I know if you reach out to Patty, she will tell you the whole story. But I know the whole story and it's incredible for someone to say like, "Hey, things don't look good." And then 5 years later, things actually look pretty good. That's very powerful. And to know that this product potentially had a little something to do with getting your husband better and giving you guys back your life. That's amazing. So not only did this help your husband, but I heard you are also having experience with the product too. So walk us through like what you take and why you love it, what it's done for you.
Well, as you know, when one of your loved ones goes through something, the whole family is impacted, right? So of course, along the journey, my stress level went up, my family and all of us, right? So we all started taking different products. I personally started taking the K21. I wanted to leave the rest of the products to him, but little once in a while, let's share, right? Um, so the K21 to me automatically I felt difference. I don't know. It's very hard to explain, but you can feel the difference. It was a 21-day habit that I picked up really quick and I noticed the difference immediately. Um, I remember one time going to get my nails done and the lady told me, "Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. You're not biting your nails." I'm like, "Yes, I am." And she's like, they feel different. I also notice my hair. I notice a big difference in my hair. I lose a lot of hair, but if you see it, you can't really tell anything. My hair got healthier. My nails got healthier. My skin, I can tell a big difference. And I was saying, did I change shampoo? Did I change cream? No, it wasn't that, right? I also started taking the Omega. The Omega was one of the things that I remember during my husband's journey. They told us that we needed to prep his whole body for what he was about to go through. And sure enough, it's true. The Omega was one of the main things that really helped him. And I said, if it's helping him, it's gonna help me, especially with all the bumps in the roads that we were going through. And sure enough, I noticed a difference.
And you also said the because you oh yeah, with the I'm reading my notes here. They're like hiding behind um the orange helped you a ton too, the orange
Oh, that's
energizer.
another story. Besides being a wife, I'm a mother of two, and I was working full time, and we were going through my husband's health journey, and plus I'm very active in the community. So there was times that I was just waiting to get home and hit the pillow. So when I knew that I was gonna have a long day, I would prep up and I would drink my orange. And the ladies at work would say, "Oh my God, she drank her energy. Everybody watch out. It's gonna be a work day." And sure enough, it gives you, and what I love is that after the day is over, I would get home, take a shower, and I felt good. I wasn't tired where it was, bedtime and that's it. I can still go another 2, 3 hours after that, but I slept well. It didn't keep me up. Like I've heard, I honestly, I'm not a person that would take energy drinks or anything like that, but I've heard after you take them, your heart feels weird and it's like the energy keeps going and going and it's hard to stop it. Well, this one, no, it just runs smoothly. And at the end of the night, I had a really nice restful sleep.
That's amazing. And that's my favorite thing about our energy boosters is it doesn't make you jittery. It really doesn't. It's just like it says, 6 hours of sustained energy. And then when it's done, it's like, okay, we're done here. Now you can rest. I absolutely love this product. And your husband, well, I'm getting him mixed up with someone else. I'm sorry. But with husbands specifically, they know a lot of guys who will drink energy drinks, right? And this is an alternative to that that's actually healthy for them and
That is the
natural.
word. I have a lot of friends and family members that their go-to is those energy drinks. And I tell them, love yourself. Try this instead.
Yes,
And I've given them and they tell me they notice the difference. But yet they don't want to come to the bright lights. I'm like, don't worry, I'll see you soon.
right. You can lead a horse to water, right?
Mhm.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do is educate and say, you notice this difference, do with it what you will, right?
Yeah.
You also said that you felt a difference in your digestive system from the K21, I think.
Yes. So if I skip a day of K21, believe me, um, I can feel it. I can feel it. I feel bloated. I don't know. There's just different things. So the moment I take my K21, it's like hello relief. I know it sounds bad, right? But
No.
but it helps me. I don't feel bloated. I become regular, which you become
We
a
celebrate that over here.
yes, you become a healthier person, right? But it does make a big difference. Several of my friends and family that started taking it told me the same thing. They're like, "Oh my God, you cannot imagine the relief that I feel." And you could tell the difference. You could tell the difference. That's why when I travel, that goes with me.
I love it. And then the last part about your journey is you also were going to get labs done and they noticed some numbers that were kind of off. That was
Yeah.
about a year ago because you added like omega around that time.
Yes, like I said at the beginning, it was just my husband taking the products. When I went in for my regular checkup, some of my numbers were not regular. And the doctor, since my doctor and my husband, we have the same doctor, he knew what we were going through. So he said, this has to be affecting you. You need to take care of yourself because how can you take care of him if you are not well? And it's so true, right? So then blood work was done, and sure enough, little yellow flags, I say yellow, were popping up here and there. And he's like, "Oh my God, we're gonna need to start on this and that." I said, "No, no, 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 I'm not gonna start on that. I said, just give me time." So he's like, "I give you 3 months, change your diet, do this and that." And I'm like, me and the gym don't get along, but me and the kitchen do, right? So I said, no, no, let me, you know what? I'm gonna start on this on the same things that my husband has taken. Let's see what it does for me. 3 months later, there was a big difference. Not a little difference, a big difference. So he told me, you took your medicine. And I said, no, I didn't. I said, I did not take my medicine the way you recommended it. I tried to do this, but if this was not going to be good, then I was going to, do the other the only thing he said was the good thing was that you were not at a dangerous level, like you were just starting. So he's like, because I don't recommend anyone to stop taking their medication. It's just this and the medication will probably balance it till you get to the point where you might not ever need any medication, right? And that's what happened to me. So now I became his yearly patient instead of his 3 or 6 months patient. So I'm one of the patients with a star on their folder, right?
I love that. And that's everyone's goal. We want to go in annually and make sure everything's working all right and get out of there, right?
Yeah.
So when you found this product, I know you decided to go with the business and you decided to go with the business first just to get the product to help your husband. But now you're a little bit deeper in. What is your mission being a consultant and helping people with this product?
Well, to be honest, when we first started, business was really not on my mind. It was getting my husband better. But of course, the extra money that you make does make a difference. Who doesn't need that extra money, right? But then as we were in this journey, I realized that there's other people in similar journeys than us. So I started advocating more on, hey, try this, hey, try that. So people started noticing and started um purchasing this. So I changed my model into I'm doing this to hopefully help someone else in this journey and for them to be healthier, right? To make a difference in their life. My mission is to help others that are going through something like this. And of course, my family is one of my number one missions to get everyone healthy because I want everyone to be around with me because I plan to be here for a very long time. I just became a grandma, so I have a lot to look forward to. And I would really, really like my whole family and friends to be with me along our new journey in life.
100% agree. I don't think there's anyone here that doesn't want that same thing and is on the same journey with you. If there was a piece of advice you could give someone, because you said you were skeptical at first, and that's
Very.
totally normal, what advice would you give someone thinking about taking the product or taking that leap with both feet? Because you actually did it as like a last ditch effort to improve health. So what would you say to those people who are thinking about this product?
I always ask someone, how much are you worth? Because at first, unfortunately, I wasn't valuing myself to my full value. And that's what, stopped us from taking. I'm like, imagine if we would have started taking this when we were informed about it. Maybe could have made a much a bigger difference in my husband's health journey. Um, we would have been feeling much better sooner than later, right? So that's why I tell everyone, value yourself. I mean, if I can spend a lot of money on nonsense things like a purse, jewelry. I hope my husband's not hearing that, right? Shoes,
She still needs
clothes.
all of those things.
But to me, we need to prioritize our lives. What is more important? We are. So we need to pamper our health first. I mean, what is it to look, in fashion or look a little bit better that day because I bought nice makeup if inside we are not looking good?
Um, Patty, I would love to thank you tonight. And I know your husband is such a big part of your journey as well. And I love that you used your picture with him. Sorry, guys, if you thought that he was going to be with us. He is in the house somewhere, but Patty had the job of telling their story tonight.
Yes. No, thank you so much for giving me the time and to try to help others because that's our goal right now is to help others feel better, look better, and live longer.